Hello, hello everyone. Ooh, YouTube is like new. It has like a new format. Or it's like, I don't know about your view, but my view is like different. This is cool. Hello, hello, happy Halloween. I hope everyone is doing well. What are you doing? Why are you such a dork? I put candy out like in my front porch, and my window for my tarot studio is like facing the street, and I'm just watching all the little trick-or-treaters come. It's so funny. It's even funnier to see their parents dress up. But I'm loving it. I cannot wait until I can, yeah, it's so cute. I can see it. I cannot wait until I can trick-or-treat with Jasper next year. He's still too small, but next year he will be like, oh my god, there's so many. It makes me so happy. I feel like I didn't buy enough candy though. Like, I didn't think there would be this many. There's so many kids. But happy Halloween, you guys. I hope you are doing well and having a good night. Definitely let me know if you guys trick-or-treat. Well, right now, like 6 of them just came, and they've been coming in like waves, but there's so many, and I feel creepy like looking out the window at them. But still, it makes me happy. They're like tiny, and they're all like in costumes. Jackson is keeping a close eye. He's like a little nervous about it because everyone's in costumes and like wearing masks, and he like doesn't know what to think, but he knows he'll get in trouble if he barks. But he's just kind of watching. It's so funny. Alright, you guys. Well, I hope everyone's doing well. If you guys want to get on the list for tonight's live, you can. I have a pre-booking list of a couple people so far. If you want to get onto that list, definitely let me know if you booked. Go ahead and book. Let me know if you did. I'm working with one phone tonight, so I won't be able to see the bookings. So if you sent a booking, just let me know, and I'll put you on the list. I'll tell you what place you are in line. And to get on the list, hi Ella, all you have to do is go in the description box and kind of pick out what sort of reading you guys want. If you want an 18 plus or a regular deck pool. Mediumship is basically channeled messages, but it can be from your spirit guides, it can be from your ancestors or past loved ones. An extended reading is like a longer reading than I do on live, so I'll just go even more into it, and it can be an 18 plus, it can be whatever format you want. And then if you guys want any additionals or add-ons, you can do that as well. So that is to get on the list. I'm going to play some vibey music. So I have Trina, I have Tamara. We'll do like, I don't know. I want to pull, I have some Halloween oracles, but I don't know what happened to the book. And the book is the best part. Okay, I don't know. Well, I'm the oracle, so I will try to interpret this myself. So I have water damage on my phone and it just is staticky for whatever reason. It's really interesting because it only comes out on my lives, like when I record a video with this phone, it doesn't do that. Or like the private readings, I haven't had anyone say it does that, so that's the weirdest part to me. But I'll try to like speak into the mic and I'll try to enunciate as clearly as possible so that you guys can hear me. Hello, Sarah. Okay, so let's pull some Halloween oracle and then I'm just going to dive right into the readings that I have booked already for tonight. If you guys want to get on the list, you can. All that information is down below. Okay, we have Apple, Risk and Reward. We have Skull of Darkness, Blind Spots. What message does Spirit have for the collective? What message does Spirit have for the collective? And we have Emotional Intelligence. Okay, so what is this in regards to? What message does Spirit have for the collective? We have the Eight of Cups, the Tower, we have the Nine of Swords. What is going on? Are you guys doing okay? Oh my gosh, Sweden, Brazil. Guys, tell me where you are watching from. That is so cool to me and so interesting. Happy Halloween, everybody. We have the Ace of Cups. Okay. What is going on? So we have the Eight of Cups to start. We have the Tower. We have the Nine of Swords and the Ace of Cups. Actually, there is a lot of animals in Sweden, and there's tigers and bears and all of that great stuff. Okay. So some of you guys are walking away from something that is no longer serving you. Now, this could totally be a, it might be Halloween spirits. I'm sorry, you guys, about the mic. Some of you guys are walking away from something right now. It could be just negative thinking. It could be talking bad to yourself. It could be a relationship. It could be a job. It could be as big or small as you can think of. But with the Eight of Cups popping up, I'm really sensing that some of you guys are walking away from something. But the Eight of Cups is really cool because it talks about walking away from something and walking towards something else, something bigger, something brighter. But I feel like what you're walking away from is something that just kind of had to be cut off. So this could refer to a relationship. It could refer to someone that was toxic in your life. With the Nine of Swords, this could refer to something that caused you a lot of anxiety, a lot of grief. A literal Tower moment, which is just being extremely stressed. It's when things really fall apart and fall all over the place. But it's a necessary moment so that there can be healing achieved afterwards. The card that comes after the Tower is the Star, which talks about healing and it talks about coming into the light. So right now, some of you guys could find yourself kind of in the darkness. We have this candle and we have this skull of darkness and blind spots. So it could have been that someone was giving you red flags, or they were gaslighting you, or there was something about a situation in regards to your career, or maybe in regards to finances, or, you know, fill in the blank, however it resonates. And it just was not what it was supposed to be. I'm also kind of getting that for some of you, there was some sort of risk factor involved in cutting off a connection, or moving, or switching, or quitting jobs, or, you know, however this resonates. And right now it feels like everything has gone to shit, but it really hasn't. And it's more so like your own anxiety, or it's more so in your mind, where things have really felt like very tumultuous. I think our minds have a way of blowing things out of proportion, especially if we have anxiety. And the Nine of Swords to me is always the anxiety card. But with the Ace of Cups and that Eight of Cups, to me, that's like you're walking away from something to walk towards something else. So if you walked away from a relationship, a friendship, or a friends with benefits connection, or an actual like relationship, or a job, expect something better to fill that gap, to fill that hole, or to fill those shoes. If you were like in a relationship with a friend and they were just a bad friend, you're gonna find like a better friend with the Ace of Cups. You're gonna find like a better, more suitable friendship, and you're not gonna have to look back on this old friendship and mourn it. It won't even faze you anymore. You won't even really care. I think some of you guys are more intelligent and emotionally intelligent than you give yourselves credit for. You have a way of really reading the room, or you have the way of really reading a situation, but I don't think a lot of you guys really end up trusting your intuition or trusting your gut the way that you should. And Spirit is really saying that, you know, if what I'm saying right now hasn't happened yet, if you haven't necessarily walked away from something, but you kind of have an idea of what it is you should walk away from, that is kind of coming up in this reading. Just understand this. You can trust yourself. You can trust your intuition. It will lead you on the right path. With every risk does come a reward. And I feel like in this situation especially, and I think especially when it comes to interpersonal emotions and relationships with the Ace of Cups, because I do feel like something new is coming. But I feel like in order for something new to come, we do have to kind of remove that negative energy or the bad things that are no longer serving us, so that we can really make space for new things to happen. And I'm really seeing that for you guys. Let me pull some more Oracle. We have faith. Okay, so this is where faith comes along, especially if you are currently going through this Tower moment in the Nine of Swords sort of energy, where you are feeling very anxious, you are feeling very alone, you are feeling like everything is falling apart. You know, just understand, I know I'm going to talk in a cliche really quick, but understand that things do have to fall apart in order for them to fall back together, in order for us to understand like where things went wrong, so that we can repair it and we can heal. But faith is necessary at this time right now, because I know right now you're probably feeling like, how does any of this have meaning? How does any of this have purpose? We have frustration. You guys might be feeling very frustrated. I know Mars also just went retrograde, and this retrograded Mars also talks about how, so Mars is the planet of action, and it's the planet of doing things. And if you have a tough time with control issues, this is like the worst retrograde for you, because it's like you cannot control things right now. This is not the situation in which you can control things. So if you feel like your life is like spinning out of control and you like really want to have control back, understand that this is a lesson about surrender and surrendering and having faith and allowing like the divine, allowing this kind of like invisible entity of spirituality to work its magic and to truly believe in that magic, so that things can come into fruition. Because honestly, there is just nothing you can do right now, because there is this Tower moment going on in your life. And like I said, this can be in terms of your job, this can be in terms of a relationship, whatever is going on right now, it's like a necessary evil, and it's like a necessary thing that needs to happen, and you do have the emotional intelligence to understand that. And if you did want to know more about that, get more information about it, you can trust your gut. I feel like your own intuition is something that, you know, is very strong, at least for the people joining the live right now, I feel like collectively. With the surrender card, this just talks about surrendering our need to control, surrendering control issues. You know, the sooner that we release our grip on something, and yes, I should take my own advice, the sooner you release your grip on something, the easier that energy can flow through freely. I always think of energy as like a pipe, or like, let's say a straw, okay? So you have a straw, and, you know, water can like move, or liquid can move through coffee, whatever you want in that straw, can move through pretty freely. But if you're holding that straw like that, like nothing is going to come out of either end because you have such a tight grip on it, it literally can't flow through. And that liquid is energy. So if you have a tight grip on something and you're just holding on to that thing, like how do you expect things to like fall into motion, and you know, if you're not going with the flow? So that's the best way that I can explain that. But I feel like for a lot of you guys, just understand there is a happy ending to whatever you're going through right now, whatever risk you took or whatever you felt like, you know, now was sort of risky in retrospect, is going to lead to like greater pastures in a you know, greener field or whatever the fuck. And I do think that there are a lot of really great things coming into fruition for you guys. All right, so that is what I'm seeing for the collective. I'm going to get into the readings for tonight. I hope everyone is having a good Halloween. Let me know where you're coming from. Did you guys trick or treat, and how all of that is shaken out? Okay, so I am going to start with Trina. Hello, Trina. I hope you're here. How are you? So I got all of your background information. We've been talking. So basically, you want to know, how is Bradford feeling after the call? I'm going to use this spooky tarot, but I'll also add in the 18 plus tarot. So you got an 18 plus and channeled messages. So how is Bradford feeling after that awkward phone call? How is Bradford feeling after that phone call? Okay. We have the Queen of Wands to start. And if you guys book a reading with me, please let me know in the chat box so I can put you down on the list. I'm only working with one phone, so I'll have to wait until people's readings are done to check like the apps to see if people booked. Otherwise, I have no clue. So I'm not ignoring you if you did book. Just let me know. We have the Queen of Wands. We have the Emperor in reverse. We have the Chariot. We have the Three of Swords in reverse. Honestly, I want to flip these. So this is exactly what I had sent to you on that voice memo. I basically said he was like coming back towards you, but very nonchalantly, like an innocent puppy. Just trying to act like everything is fine. Maybe we can have like casual conversation and like sweep everything under the rug. I'm definitely getting that impression from them. Hi Ella, I got you. You are number 3 on the list. I definitely am getting that energy from Bradford, especially with these initial cards popping out. He's just kind of like, first of all, with the Emperor, he's not in a good place, and we know that. We've been knowing that, but I know that he tried to come off very like, oh, I'll buy y'all drinks, like everything's cool, like I'm the coolest. But he's definitely not feeling that way at all, and he's not feeling like in control, and he's not feeling very dominant, which is important to some people, especially men, to feel like, you know, masculine and dominant and in control of their life. I think he's assuming, based off the conversation, I do have to clarify these, that things are fine. between you. Like, they hurt you, but they feel like you're over it. They feel like, you know, there is some sort of like rising from the dead here. It's so funny that the chariot is this mummy driving a casket car, because the chariot is not naturally a judgment type of card. Judgment is all about like rising from the dead and like, is there an afterlife? And the chariot gives me that vibe here, and that's not really what the chariot represents. It's about moving forward, but I feel like he's just assuming everything's cool, like you guys are moving forward, things are fine. Of course, with the Queen of Wands, I'm definitely getting the vibe that he is still viewing you as like very sexy and very beautiful and like super in control and super casual. And yeah, we have the Six of Wands clarifying, like he definitely thinks you handled things like a champ. We have the Knave of Cups. He's super conflicted even after the call. I think your nonchalance in return also stirred the pot for him even more, because he was kind of expecting you to be a bitch and like be very cold-hearted, but you weren't. You were just very casual back and really friendly and like very Trina, you know? And it made his like gears spin in his head, which seems to happen a lot in these readings, where it's like Bradford's gears are turning. But it's like he's kind of in the look at this, no freaking way, Three of Swords in reverse, in the energy of like, oh, I think things are okay again. But here's the thing, you know, they can lie to themselves as much as they want, but the truth still remains. They know that they hurt you. They're just not understanding to what extent, because you are seemingly fine on the surface. To the point with the Knave of Wands clarifying the chariot, where they think everything's cool again, and that this is like, that was the doorway to things being cool again. So like that phone call was like one step in the right direction, and like maybe, you know, moving forward you guys can hang out again, and maybe you can hang out in a friend group, and like things will just continue to progress, is like how their mind is sort of thinking about the situation. They're hoping that they can like flirt with you again, and I think they really, really, really want to sweep the bad energy and all the shit that's happened under the rug. But like that rug will be so lumpy, I swear to God, you cannot hide it, because we have 2 Three of Swords clarifying each other. I have never seen this in the history of me doing tarot, like ever. And granted, we're using 2 different decks, but still, I feel like they really know that they hurt you, but they just like feel like you're not hurt anymore, like you're super over it, like you don't care, like it doesn't faze you, like you would totally take them back and be friends with them again, and maybe even be lovers someday. It's like this person has this delusion that they're trying to convince themselves of, but they can't really fully convince themselves of it, because they know that they hurt you, just plain and simple. With the Knave of Cups clarifying the Emperor in reverse, this talks about, like I said, them not feeling like very in control. Not feeling like they're in control of the situation, not feeling like they're in control of the connection, not feeling like they're able to really, you know, do anything. And that could have a lot to do with the fact that they're in a relationship currently, and, you know, they literally can't talk to you. But it's kind of the energy of like, they really want to. They're just not sure how that would shake out. Look at it. We have synergy and healing and winter. So I do feel like, you know, something could be happening or going on this winter, or they're going to want to have something happen this winter. With synergy and healing, I definitely feel like there's death. They felt like there was, you know, a connection again. There was a spark again. There was something that they could, you know, rely upon. And with healing, they're hoping that you are fully healed and fully mended, like patches all over your heart, like everything's fine, everything's cool. And we have death as well, so it could even be that they, you know, feel like this connection has transformed, and everything is fine, and it's risen from the dead, and it's coming alive from the ashes. And, you know, again, very delusional way of thinking, but this is like how they're thinking. But something is happening very soon with winter, so it could be, oh shit, it could be that wedding you were telling me about, where he doesn't have a +1, he's going to the wedding, you're going to the wedding, because something is happening very soon. All right, so let's do your channeled messages, and let's see what he would say to you. What would Bradford say to you? Okay, what would Bradford say to Trina? Yeah, there's that King of Pentacles. I'm not going to ignore him. He wants to come out. He wants to be here. He wants to be in reverse because he's not feeling like the man. He's not feeling stable. He's not feeling good. He's not feeling in control. We have that very similar energy to the Emperor in reverse as well. Yeah, the Tower. I mean, he's going through his own Tower moment. What would Bradford say to you? We have the Empress, the Knight of Wands. Clarify the Knight of Pentacles in reverse. We have the Lovers. We have the Two of Swords. What would Bradford say to you? Six of Cups in reverse and Knave of Pentacles in reverse. I can't deny the connection that we have to each other. I mean, we've always had it, and it's not going away. We get along really well, and that's never going to change. Like, we'll always have this chemistry, and, you know, we know each other so well. I'm never going to not know you and understand you. We've been friends for so long, and it is what it is. And, I feel bad for everything that's happened between me and Hunter and you, and I feel like it's been really difficult to be able to just even be friends or get to the point of being friends again. And I feel like I'm going through it because my life is falling apart and I'm losing all of my friends, and I'm just not even sure anymore if it's worth it. Like, it used to be that I had this decision to make, but now I don't even have any choices. Like, I'm just in this deeply, and I don't know what to do or how to get out. My feelings for you will never change. My thoughts, I will always see you as someone who is destined for greatness. I think you're amazing and beautiful, and I just think so lowly of myself right now that I don't know what you would ever see in me at this point. I've been expecting you to have met someone new by this point and are already like in a relationship, and I'm surprised that you're not, because I feel like you're a catch and anyone would be lucky to be with you. And to say that I miss you is just a complete understatement. I just am sad about everything and how it's all shaked out. And if I was to come towards you again, I don't even know. I feel like you'd reject me even on like a friendship level, and I feel like you have already, and you're hard to read and you're mysterious, and I don't know what to think necessarily, and I don't know where to go from here. I just know that I still have really deep feelings for you that I'm trying to work through, because now those feelings have just turned into me being very like depressed over the situation, and then it's at the same time so hard to read you. Like, I don't know what you're thinking or feeling about me in return, and all I want more than ever is to just be able to talk to you and get on the same page with you. All right, so that is what I'm seeing for you, Trina. I really hope that resonated. Thank you so much for joining me on the live. I appreciate you and love you as always. I'm going to move on to the next person, which is Tamara. Tamara, if you are here, let me know what your question is. And Ella, let me know what your question is. All right, sorry for the buffering. If it buffers, it's because I'm moving through my apps trying to check everything. Ella, I did get your question. So you got an extended reading, and you want to know how your ex is feeling about the connection. Tamara, let me know if you are here. Tamara, let me know if you're here and what your question is. If you guys wanted to book and get on the list for tonight, you can. I have some spots left available. All the information to book is in the description box below. And if you have any questions, feel free to let me know. I'll be happy to answer them. I'll probably answer them verbally, so just make sure you stay. All right, Tamara, I'm going to move on to Ella, but I will come right back to you. Let me know what your question is if you are here. All right, so Ella, you got an extended reading. We are going to talk about what is your ex currently feeling about you and the connection. Okay, so tell me, are you guys in contact right now, or is it just completely no contact? Okay, all right, cool. So what is your ex currently feeling about the connection? Wow, there's so much energy in the cards. We have the Seven of Swords to start. We have the Four of Swords. What is Ella's ex currently feeling about the connection? We have the Page of Wands. The Queen of Swords. Clarify the Seven of Swords for me. Clarify the Seven of Swords. We have the High Priestess. We have the Ace of Wands, clarifying the Four of Swords. Clarify the Page of Wands. We have the Eight of Cups. Clarify the Queen of Swords. We have the Tower. The Tower in reverse. Okay. The bottom of the deck energy is Justice. Okay, so I definitely feel like they miss the sex. I mean, they're still very sexually attracted to you and they still want to be with you sexually. Maybe you've put up that wall, I mean, rightfully so, and they're like frustrated about it. I definitely think they're also viewing you as very stoic, so maybe you've kind of acted like everything is, or maybe that's how you actually feel, like everything's fine, you don't really care, you've moved on, and they're viewing you as someone who's like not really mourning the relationship. Like you've moved on, you don't care. Like they're kind of in this, like you're very mysterious to them. They cannot get a good read on you whatsoever. We have the High Priestess and the Queen of Swords. Like there is no being able to read through their facial expressions or whatsoever. This person's having a tough time understanding like where you're coming from, if you want to be with them sexually or if you don't want to be with them at all, or if like, you know, they don't know how you are feeling. They feel like, I don't think they fully have processed the breakup. I don't think they have fully processed the situation between you two. So how they're viewing the connection and feeling about it, they just don't even know what's going on. The Four of Swords is like the I give up card. And I'm just gonna rest here and chill. Like I don't even know what to think. I'm just gonna play video games. I don't even want to think about it. And then like the Seven of Swords is is interesting because it talks about moving away from something, but acting more in control than you are. And I feel like he's trying to act like everything's cool, but I do think he is sort of grieving the connection, but also kind of hasn't really processed the breakup or dealt with it, if that makes sense. I think if they're grieving anything, it's the fact that you guys can't be with each other in an intimate way. And it doesn't just have to be sex. It can be like you're not hugging, you're not holding hands, you're not kissing, you're not touching, like the usual like relationship stuff. All of a sudden, it's like you guys are like very cold to each other, physically speaking. They're definitely seeing you as someone who has moved away from them energetically, but they don't see it like that. Like they wouldn't explain it like that. I don't think this person is that spiritual, and it's tough for them to even understand their own emotions, but they do feel like you have pulled away for sure. And it could represent in your energy and like your effort, you know, you're not like texting them back and you don't really care, you know, and they do sense that. I think they want to be fair to you, and I think they want to be fair in the connection. I think they're trying to go with the flow, and whatever flow that is, like for you and what you would want. With the Tower in reverse, it does talk about, it talks about like an epiphany or an aha moment, and it talks about having a realization, like a spiritual realization. So they're like realizing things, is how I would say it, how I would define it. Okay, we have the star coming out. I think they're very like undecided about the connection. Like I think on one hand, they want to kind of get back together, if I'm being honest, and then on the other hand, they feel like the breakup is necessary. So I don't know why you guys broke up, but maybe there was differences that you guys had and different views and maybe even different timelines, and you know they're seeing it as like a necessary thing, but at the same time they also like want to just get back together, and they miss you too much, and they want to just like, you know, why are we doing this? Why are we breaking up? And I think a big part of that weighs on the fact that they view you as the star. They know that you're special. They know that you're unlike anyone they've ever met before. They know that that's not going to be easy to top, and it's not going to be easy to replace. And, you know, it that scares them. I think with that Tower in reverse, that could be the epiphany that they're having, that like, oh wait, like Ella really is this incredible girl, and like she's very special, and I'm not gonna just find that anywhere on Tinder or on the fucking streets. So like, what am I doing? Like, why are we breaking up? And if it's over these really small monotonous reasons, maybe that's not reason enough. And so like, I think they're just kind of in their head right now, not even really being able to process the connection. But does that stem from codependency is the question, and that's where you're going to have to use your own judgment and intuition. You know, do they just want to be back together because they don't know how to be alone? Do they want to be back together because they don't want you to be with someone else? Is this just codependent behavior? I do think that you guys do have good chemistry, and I do think that they're also like reflecting back on that, and I think they're viewing you as someone that really did make them very happy, and I think that's a big thing. There could be blind spots that you have in regards to this connection, but it could also even represent that this person, their blind spot is the fact that they're not good at viewing the full picture. I just don't think that they're pulling tarot, you know, they're not really spiritual, they're not looking at this from like a very emotionally matured lens, like they're just kind of like an impulsive, like normal person. And then we have thinker as well, so I do feel like they have definitely been thinking about this pretty heavily. So I definitely feel like they are trying to grapple with themselves and their mind, and get a better understanding of like what is going on. Hi love, yes there are spots available. So yeah, I mean, let me pull one more of these because I like these cards a lot. Yeah, I feel like they're sad. I feel like they're happy with you, and they're, you know, obviously sad without you, and I think they're like kind of realizing that. So this is very like enlightening to them. Yeah, that's the word I'm looking for, enlightening. Like this is they've never had to really think like this, and they are really thinking on your spirituality, and maybe even you've taught them a lot, or you've said a couple things here and there, and you've had like really good points, and maybe they didn't want to hear it because they're very religious or have a religious background, but now they're thinking and reflecting back on some of the things that you've said, some of the wisdom you've shared, and they're like, oh shit, like, you know, there was a point to all that, to what she was saying. All right, so that is what I'm seeing for you, Ella. I really hope that resonated. Thank you so much for joining the live stream. And I hope you have an amazing rest of your Halloween. I'm going to move on to the next person. Tamara, if you are here, definitely let me know what your question is. You got an 18 plus. If you guys want to get on the list for tonight, you can. Oh, you did? Oh my gosh, I'm so sorry. Oh, I thought you got an extended reading. Okay, I'm so sorry. All right, so channeled messages. What would your ex say to you? I'm going to use this other deck because I'm more comfortable with it. We have the 10 of Pentacles. We have the Moon. We have the Emperor. We have the 4 of Pentacles. Clarifying the 10 of Pentacles, we have the Knave of Cups in reverse. Clarifying the Moon, we have the Knave of Wands. Clarifying the Emperor, we have the 3 of Pentacles. What would they say to you? And clarifying the 4 of Pentacles, we have the 9 of Cups. I miss what we had together. I feel like we had, I don't know, I mean, who else am I gonna like Netflix and chill with? I feel like we had good cuddle sessions and like great things in common, and I don't know, I felt comfortable with you, and I don't think I've ever felt this way with anybody ever, and I want to say that to you, like I want to express myself, but I have like a tough time doing that. I feel like every time I want to like send a text, I just like delete it. Like I'm just not good at talking about my feelings and telling you that, and I just really care about you so much, and I'm so gonna forever be attracted to you. That's not the issue here. I feel like I'm losing my best friend, honestly, and it's tough for me to sit with, and I know I haven't really opened up to you. I haven't really been honest about any of that, but I'm just, you know, I'm trying to work through those feelings. I'm trying to understand myself better. I'm trying to just get to a place where I can maybe come back to you with like, we're getting back together or we're not. And this kind of hanging out together thing is almost made things more jumbled and confusing, because one, I'm so attracted to you, and then two, I just don't know, like, what we're doing or what to do. Like, I want to be friends. Like, I don't want to not be in your life, but at the same time, I feel like we're making things confusing, and, you know, it's hard for me to express myself to you. I just feel like there is a lot of healing that has to take place, but one of the things that I really want you to understand is that you're so special, and I really feel like you are just the coolest person I've ever met in my life. You're like an alien. Like, there's no one like you. You're super unique and different, and maybe one day, maybe sooner than we think, we can go down a new beginning and try this out a different way. Like, I would be willing to fight for this, and I would be willing to try this. It just would really depend on whether or not you are willing to do the same thing. All right, Ella, thank you so much for joining the live. I'm sorry I missed the channel messages. I appreciate you, and I really hope that this resonated. I'm going to move on to the next person. Tamara, are you here? Let me know if you are here, Tamara. You got an 18 plus. Let me know what your question is. I have some spots left available if you guys wanted to get on the list. I have a few more left. Amora Kaya, I got you. All right, let me check my bookings. I got you as well, Yara. Let me know if I pronounced your name correctly. Okay, I'm gonna check through my bookings, so if it buffers, don't worry, it's just me flipping to a different app, but I will be right back. Okay, so Kaya, I got you. Yara, I got you. Tamara, let me know if you are here. You got an 18 plus. You're so welcome, Ella. I love you. Okay, so, and then Trina, girl, yes, rewind. I did your reading. You were number 1. So, Kaya, you got an 18 plus and channeled messages. Let me know what your question is. And Tamara, if you do end up joining, please let me know what your question is in the chat, and I will do you next. If you guys want to book, I have 3 spots left available for tonight. 3 spots left. And definitely let me know when you booked, because I don't know, I'm just working from one phone, so I'll just put you on the list, and I'll check later. But Kaya, sorry, I know I was probably being confusing with all the names. You are up, girl, my lady. You got an 18 plus and channeled messages, so let me know what your question is. Okay, so what will December look like romantically? What will December look like romantically? Okay. What will December look like romantically? Ooh, we have Temperance and Judgment. We have the 10 of Pentacles showing up in reverse. We have the Sun. Clarify Temperance. We have the 5 of Swords in reverse. Is this really? I don't think so. We have an upright. Clarify Judgment. We have the Hangman. clarify the 10 of Pentacles. We have the 9 of Wands. And clarify the Sun. The King of Cups. Okay, so I don't know if you specifically asked about December because you're supposed to see somebody in December, like a certain somebody. Okay, so I feel like with Temperance to start, Temperance asked us to have patience in this journey, especially in regards to our own healing, and it talks about growth. With Temperance, I feel like clarifying the 5 of Swords in reverse, this just kind of is an ode to your own growth and self-healing. And if you were looking to manifest something romantic, or you were looking for something to romantically manifest or kind of turn a new cycle around for you, in regards to your love life, I do see that happening. I do see that there's been a lot of like soul searching and a lot of healing and a lot of like self-involvement, self-care that you kind of, you know, engulfed yourself in, so that you are able to view things from a different perspective, so that you are able to, like, I feel like you might have been in a place where you felt like your love life was very stagnated, but that stagnation, that suspension even, kind of allowed you to look at things differently, and it kind of created different wants and desires with the 10 of Pentacles. Like, you crave something different than you've ever like really wanted before. With the 9 of Wands clarifying, I feel like you've definitely gone through a tough time. Now this, everything I'm saying could be in regards to a person, or it could be an individual journey. If it is in regards to a person, let me know and I'll kind of make that shift. But I feel like you've definitely been through a lot in terms of like your love life, and maybe a lot as far as like, let's say you weren't in a bunch of toxic relationships, maybe a lot in just terms of a lot of duds and a lot of like wasted time and energy, and I feel like you crave something different with the 10 of Pentacles, and it's like an interesting imagery here, because it's like this guy is an old man, he's in a wheelchair with a dog, and that's not usually how we picture the 10 of Pentacles. It's usually more abundant than that, but this just seems like this is about peace and stability more than it's about having a partnership. So in December, I definitely feel like you're going to achieve some sort of full circle moment with somebody. With the King of Cups here, I'm definitely seeing somebody here. They could be a water sign or have dominant water moon or water placements in their chart, Pisces, Cancer, Scorpio. But I think aside from astrology, this is just someone that you have deep and profound feelings for, or have had, and may have them for you as well. And this is a connection where there was, you know, a lot of love, I feel like. And it could have been that this is a connection that's required a lot of patience, because there could have been some sort of distance between you two, and that distance could have even further created some stagnation. If your question is kind of like, will you guys come together in December? I definitely think so. There might be some travel involved here. But I think all in all, like, your romantic life in December is going to be in a good place. I feel like you're going to be content with what comes through, and I don't think it's necessarily in regards to this person, because I do think this person has made you put in a lot of work and has kind of exhausted your energy and your resources. I think this is in regards to something new and something happy with the sun. I just feel like there is a new happy energy, and honestly I feel like it's more towards the end of December, more like coming in through the new year. We have flirt. It could be someone that you meet and you flirt with, and then it develops into something more, or maybe like there is this just very intense connection with someone because you've had a past life relationship with them. This is someone that could be new because you could be getting to know them and just automatically kind of fall into having some very serious heart-to-hearts. We have growth, and that's exactly how I was picturing temperance here. And we have balance. Yep, that's what temperance is all about, balance as well. So I definitely see that you've been putting in a lot of that work into yourself. Spirit sees it and recognizes it, and I think there will be new energy with the sun coming towards you, and I think that energy is kind of dependent upon getting to a place with the Ten of Pentacles where you're like at peace, you know, with yourself, and you're feeling like good about yourself. Look at this, we have joy. That's so beautiful. And that's how you would sum up the sun card. The sun is joy. It's happiness. It's, you know, I always tell people, whatever is happiness to you, that's what the sun is. The sun is the most positive and the most beautiful tarot card in the deck. We have joy. Rejoicing in the present. Okay? So let me know, who do you want these channeled messages from? Do you want them from this King of Cups? Do you want it from this new person that is supposed to manifest? I mean, someone here is definitely very attracted to your titties. Definitely seeing that. Okay, so what would he say to you? Channeled messages, what would he say to you? And if you guys want to get on the list, you can. I have 3 spots left available for tonight. Definitely let me know in the chat if you guys booked, because I'm just not able to see at the moment, and I'll get you on that list. There's a 5 of Pentacles. What would he say to you? We have the 8 of Pentacles showing up in reverse. We have the Fool, the Ace of Swords. What would he say to you? The 7 of Wands, the Ace of Pentacles, the Tower in reverse, the Chariot in reverse. I'm sorry that things have been the way that they've been. I haven't been able to come towards you the way that I would have liked, the way that I would have imagined. You're just, you mean so much to me, and I feel like I don't express that enough. I mean, I want to fight for this. I want to put in the work for this. I just don't know how. Like, I want a relationship. I want to be with you. I want to close up this distance. But I feel like practically speaking, logically speaking, I just don't know how to. And quite frankly, I wish I didn't have to. I wish we could just be so free-spirited and just go down this and just dive right in and not care about all of the things that we're supposed to care about. I've been having a lot of epiphanies and realizations and just realizing that, you know, this is something that I want, but it's just not something I can come towards right now. And that's just a really hard place to be. And I feel like I'm very stuck in my mind about it all the time. Like, Like, of course I would want to drop everything and be with you, but I can't. My job, my work. And I don't know if I want you to wait for me. I don't know if I want to make these promises and then I have you wait for me. I honestly would like you to just live your life and see what comes through. And if someone comes along and can give you everything that they can give you that you need, then so be it. I want you to be happy more than my own happiness, more than anything else. That's just all that matters to me. I'll forever love you and care about you and be protective over you. And yeah, I'll be jealous if you move on, if you're with somebody else, but I'll know that it's because they could do a lot more for you than I could. All right, so that is what I'm seeing for you for your channeled messages. Holy moly, that was intense. All right, I love you so much. Thank you so much, Kaya, for joining the live stream. I hope you're having an amazing Halloween and continue to. It's okay, Trina, I got you. I've been watching these little trick-or-treaters grab candy from my porch. I can see it from the tarot studio. I'm almost like curious if I ran out of candy because I haven't seen them in a little while, or if they're like all done. It's kind of late. Oh, you're 2 hours ahead, or you're 1 hour ahead. Okay, never mind. I'm like, anyway, ignore me. Okay. You're so welcome. If you guys want to get on the list, you can. I have 3 more spots available. Definitely let me know if you book though, because I cannot see, but I will trust you. Let me know and I'll put you on the list. If you guys need help booking or don't understand, all the information is down below. And if you have any questions, feel free to let me know. Yara, you are next, my love. Let me know what your question is. A regular deck pool and channeled messages. And you want to know, should you reconcile with SJR? Or SGR, I'm so sorry. Should you reconcile with SGR? And Tamara, if you are here, let me know and I'll do your question next. But let me know what your question is. You got an 18 plus. Tamara, let me know if you are here. And if you guys wanted to book, I have 3 spots left available tonight. If you want to secure your spot and get on the list, let me know. Go ahead and book, and then just let me know if you did in the chat. We're going to go on to Yara's reading. So, should you reconcile with SGR? We have the Knight of Cups. We have the Queen of Swords. We have the Lovers in reverse. We have the Knight of Pentacles. Clarifying the Knight of Cups. Clarify the Knight of Cups. Stop. We have the 5 of Wands. Clarify the Queen of Swords. We have the King of Cups in reverse. Clarifying the Lovers, we have the Hermit. And clarifying the Knight of Pentacles, we have the 3, 6, and 8, 9. 9 of Wands. Okay, I'm not dealing with it. Get out here. Okay, so should you reconcile with SGR? I don't think so. And here's why. I mean, I can see why you're asking the question. I definitely feel like there was sparks and there was chemistry and there was sort of this like cute little romance between you guys. But I feel like there was a lot of drama, and I feel like this is someone who also was very, like, took you for someone who was a fool, or took you for someone that wasn't as intelligent as you are. Like, they must have not understood, like, you're pretty sharp, you're pretty intelligent. Because I feel like this person tried to gaslight you, or breadcrumb you, or manipulate you in some sort of way, or all of the above. But the King of Cups in reverse, you know, the King of Cups in reverse is someone who is emotionally immature. And there's someone that uses their emotions as like a weapon. Like they try to gaslight people, or they try to use empathetic people, people that are empaths, to kind of wallow in their own self-pity. And I feel like that's something this person did. With the Lovers in reverse, it talks about, the Lovers in the upright talks about like a connection that is so like felt, you know, like I feel something here with this person. Like you can feel this person's energy, they can feel yours, but it's unspoken. Like you guys aren't saying that to each other, but you feel it. And the Lovers in reverse is kind of like realizing that that is not really the case. Like you don't really have a connection to this person. You don't really need to have one with this person. It's almost like you kind of had built things up in your mind, but it's not really there in reality. Like it's not really felt. And that's what the Lovers in reverse talks about. And this could have been some realizations that you had when, let's say, you guys broke up or whatever happened, went into separation with the Hermit. You had a lot of realizations and a lot of like gut instincts about the connection in this person. And I do think you've done a lot of healing as well. And I think with that healing, you've learned a lot about what you desire and what you need versus what you don't. And with the Knight of Pentacles and the Nine of Wands clarifying, I do think this is the kind of person, maybe I mentioned breadcrumbing, because I do think this is the kind of person that will tell you these sweet nothings with the Knight of Cups and the Knight of Pentacles. Oh, we can get back together, we'll do this, I'll be better, I'll blah, blah, blah. And I don't really think that they have that much follow through. Now, granted, the Knight of Pentacles, of all the Knights, does tend to have better follow through. But I just feel like collectively, through all the cards, I don't know if I would trust this person. And it doesn't even have to be that they have bad intentions. It could just be that they don't understand, you know, themselves. They're just not emotionally intelligent. But should you reconcile with them? I don't think so. I don't know the situation, but just from a third party perspective, being here looking at these cards, like I would say no, because I feel like this is a connection that was exhausting to you and it took a lot of your energy. Ah! I cannot make that up, okay? It says stop. It says stop. It says stop. You deserve peace. You deserve contentness. You deserve to be, you know, happy and joyful. We have illumination. That's that Hermit card. I feel like there's a lot of things that were illuminated and highlighted for you, and Spirit is urging you not to ignore those things. Maybe there's a heart-to-heart conversation that you guys are supposed to have that will bring you to a better understanding. I do think that you guys probably miss each other, and that's why you might be asking the question, should you reconcile? having nostalgia and having remembrance is a good thing, but it has its own place, you know, just let it stay there. You know, recognize a good time with someone, a good moment with them without having to like reach out to them or reconcile or go through this whole shindig with them again, you know? So let's do your channeled messages. We're going to do your channeled messages from this person, I'm assuming. So what would they say to you? What would they say to you? We have the Eight of Swords. What would they say to you? We have the Four of Cups. We have the Fool. How awesome is this deck? We have the King of Pentacles in reverse. What would they say to you? We have the Six of Swords. We have the Ten of Cups. What would they say to Yara? We have the Nine of Pentacles. Clarify the King of Pentacles in reverse. We have Temperance. What would they say to you? I'm really just kind of trapped in my mind. I don't even know what to think. I think about you a lot, and I try to like disconnect from that, and I try to run away from that because it's just tough to have like all these fucking thoughts about you all the time. And I don't know, I want to come towards you, but I feel like you're done with me at this point, and like you're not going to accept my like little love offer. I always kind of like reflect back on all the good times that we had together, and times we went out and drank and danced, and I don't know, I always thought we would end up together, end up getting married somehow, and I kind of miss that, and I miss the potential of that. Like, part of me just wants to also reconcile, just have this brand new beginning, go blindly off a cliff and just not care about what happens. But I feel like what would happen is we would have something solid. I just don't like have anything solid to offer you in like reality. And I know that these are all things that you wish you could hear from my own mouth personally, but I just have such a tough time expressing myself, especially to be vulnerable with my emotions. I know I've told you that like I could come back around, but I know that's not enough. I know that you need more. I know you need a more kind of full circle moment, and right now it just doesn't seem like there's that potential. But I really care for you, and I really hope that you are okay. I think about you all the time, and I'm just sorry that things ended up the way that they did, and I just don't know how I would be able to figure things out with you right now. I just don't have a spot in my life for a relationship, and I just have a lot of issues and a lot of things going on. But I really do love you and have so much love for you, and will always have love for you. I hope that there will be some sort of future here. I really do. All right, so that is what I'm seeing for you. Those are your channeled messages from your person. I really hope that resonated. Thank you so much, love, for joining the live stream. I hope you have a great rest of your Halloween. All right, so I am going to move on to the next person, which is Tamara. Tamara, let me know if you are here. Tamara, let me know if you're here and what your question is. I have 3 spots left available, you guys, if you wanted to get on the list for tonight. All the information's down below. You're so welcome. I love you. I hope everyone's having a great Halloween. Tamara, let me know if you are here. If not, if you guys want to book, you can. All the information is down below. If you guys want to get on the list for tonight, you can. All the information is down below. All right, you guys, if no one is going to book, I'm going to log off. But I hope everyone has an incredible Halloween, had an incredible Halloween. Love you guys so much, and I appreciate all of you, and I really hope that you guys are staying healthy and safe and sane, and if you're not, definitely reach out to me. I have a personal Instagram at Samantha James, and I have a tarot Instagram at Samantha James Tarot. I would love to hear from you guys. I have some of you guys follow me there, and we message all the time, and I've created such a gorgeous community of just amazing people. So there's a reason why I call everyone here a lovely soul and all of that. Anyway, I'm going to log off, but I hope everyone has an incredible rest of your night. Thank you so much for being here.